Why hello, you amazing beautiful people. Welcome back to another monster reaction video. My word, this arc is surprisingly addictive. I am very surprised with how much I'm actually into all of this. It's been really good. It's been very, very good. We've completely changed the story. We've got brand new characters. Everything is different, but yet the same. And somehow, I'm already invested. I'm invested in the Richard story, what's going to happen with him and his past. I'm invested in the Carl story. What's Johan up to? I want to know what his plan is. I'm invested, man. I'm invested. Imagine if Tenma just rocks up this episode. God, imagine if he does. Man, I'm calling it right now. Tenma is going to make a crazy entrance. I don't think he is. I actually think Tenma will probably arrive after everything's happened. Anyway, like the video. Subscribe. Please. If you don't, it's 100 years bad luck. That's right. I put the curse on you. If you heard it, the curse has been activated. Oh, Jesus. So you better press that like button and press that subscribe button, and that will lift the curse. Okay? Anyway, let's jump into my first time ever reaction to Monster, episode 29. Seems completely innocent.
Johan! こいつちっとも倒れないんだよ。
ファーファーファー。でも世界を征服したらその後が大変だぞ。どんな世界を作るつもりなんだい？
Johan is so weird, man.
めちゃめちゃになってそれでおしまいさ。
めちゃめちゃにするならそっちの方が面白そうだな。レインボーレンジャーなんかやめて、僕も悪の世界に入る。
そろそろみんな帰ろうか。
It's so weird that Johan just fucking like Santa Claus now or something. I do want to say, does he work? Does he like actually work? Did he mention that he volunteered? I don't remember. But if he doesn't, is he just a random dude who shows up to help out with the kids? I'm gonna be honest, giant red flag. I don't know how I'd feel if I went to my school and I went to my kid's school. And there was just some guy, and he was just helping out with the kids. And I asked teachers, who is that guy? So, he just comes here and just helps out with the children. We don't even know his name. I'd probably be like, yeah, I don't like that. Get that guy the fuck out of here. So I'm guessing he like actually volunteers. Otherwise, very weird. How can Richard be suspicious? He's so nice. Look at him, and he's so handsome too. Nah, man, that's a good guy right there, Richard. You're wrong. Clearly a chill dude. Richard just got trust issues. Like, we all know Johan is actually just kind of chill, you know. We all know he's just kind of chill, kind of nice, just misunderstood. A misunderstood guy. You know, he's a nice dude. We all know that. We all know that. Definitely not like some weird, murderous nut job he wants to conquer and destroy the whole world. No! No! No? No! No, that's someone else. That's Dr. Doom. Why they got an egg? Is this supposed to be an egg? Weird. The egg was all yolk as well.
暖かくなってきたね。
そうね。
ローゼマリーはこの冬は風邪ひいたりしなかったかい？
ええ。友達と外を走り回ってたわ。
毎年ひどい熱を出したもんな。そうそう、この頃だよ。夜中に医者に駆け込んだっけ？
あの子のアルバム持って歩いてるの？
ああ、大きくなったろうな。育ち盛りだからちょっと見ない間に顔も変わったかな。でもね、僕には自信があるよ。ローゼマリーがどんなに大きくなってもあの子だってすぐにわかる。あ、そうだ。時期が来たらこれをあの子に見せてやってくれ。例の連続殺人犯の少年を僕が撃ち殺した時の新聞の切り抜きや報告書の写しだ。
I don't get it. Is this some sort of like therapy thing? Hey, by the way, my daughter, when the time comes, can you show her these newspaper clippings when I killed that guy? I think she'll really like that. I think she'll like that, you know. I think she'll find it kind of cool. And obviously, I know that's not what he's saying. He's using this as some sort of thing so she can understand who he is, and you know, it's like him being completely open and transparent about his past and everything. You know, some sort of like something like that, right? But honestly, I think this is just a fucking terrible idea. Absolutely awful idea. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know shit about it, but this seems like the stupidest idea ever. There's no point ever showing her this unless she asks to see it, unless she wants to know about it. Why would you be like, oh, by the way, I know you've never asked, but did you know I killed this guy? What do you mean bringing this up at your 12th birthday party was a bad idea? Why are you crying? Come back! See what I mean? Never a good time.
うまく説明してくれなんて言う気はない。僕が人殺しをやったのは事実だ。自己弁護するわけじゃない。ただあの子には本当のことを知ってほしいんだ。
わかったわ。
Wonder how long she stopped him seeing his daughter.
いつ会えるかな。
もう一度あの子に聞いてみるわ。お父さんに会う気があるかどうか。
そうか。電話待ってるよ。毎晩9時にはうちに帰ってるから。
リアルト、あなたずいぶん戻ったわ。
え？
あの若々しい刑事になりたての頃みたいな。
I got a really bad feeling. I'm really gonna be pissed off, aren't I? I know I am. They're setting up a thing right now. If it was at the cafe, it would have been fine. Oh man, they're so setting it up for bollocks. They are. There's not gonna be a reunion. Either she's going to end up going to a cafe and he's never going to turn up and it's going to be like, oh, he never got to rebuild that relationship. Or now he just mentioned that he's home at 9 p.m. She's going to come round with the daughter and he'll be like hammered, drunk or something, or framed or some bollocks. Something like that. It's 100% happening. I fucking guarantee it. I know it's going to piss me off so much.
まるで私たちが知り合った頃みたいな目に。
Look, everything's going his way. Everything's good. Woohoo.
そうか。いかがですか。今ご契約いただきますと特典がありまして。
いや、しかしうちはもう他の保険に入ってますからね。
そこをなんとかお願いしますよ、リーベルトさん。
今の保険で十分ですよ。これ以上保険料払う余裕もないし。
4年前引っ越してきた時に加入したばかりなんですよ。
4年前ですか。以前はどちらに？
マンハイムの近くのブルンタールです。
ブルンタールですか。いいところですね。ご主人そちらのご出身で。
ええ、こちらに来るまでずっと。
ところで奥さん、お子さんは？
ああ、息子なら今ミュンヘンの大学に。
大学生でいらっしゃる。それなら今若い方にぴったりの保険があります。ぜひお話だけでも。
He just walk in without being invited in.
こちらが息子さん？可愛くてらしたん
He's
ですね。
very young to be a college student.
お名前は？
ヨハンです。お茶でもいかが？
ああ、もうそんなお構いなく。
ミュンヘンの大学に行ってからはたまに電話してくる程度でね。
男の子はそんなもんですよ。
つまらんもんですな。
Are these Johan's foster parents? What the fuck? Is this the wrong Johan? They said it's quite a common name. That don't look like Johan. This is the wrong Johan.
ライヒワイン先生。はい。ヨハンの実家。
No, you fucking didn't. Something's not right here.
それが全く何の変哲も
Was
ない。
it the wrong Johan?
ごく普通の家庭でした。
That didn't even look like him.
でどう思うリヒャルト？
まあ、刑事時代の考え方からすると、何の変哲もないことほど怪しいものはないってとこですか。
なるほど。
とにかく、も
I don't trust
う少
this
し
doctor.
ヨハンの周辺を洗ってみます。
I don't trust this doctor.
何かがあるはずだ。ヨハンの通っていたギムナジウムでの評価も全くも。
One thing you'll find as well with recovering alcoholics is that they drink tons of caffeine, and that is because doctors will always try and tell you when you're recovering from alcoholism to not do that because it will take over from alcohol, and that's usually what happens. Obviously, it is better, but it's still not great for you. It's still because it's like a lighter addiction. You become addicted to the caffeine. I don't really want to get into it, but yeah, in my experience, from what I've seen, this is like a science thing. This is just what I've seen with personal things. is that when people are recovering from that, they do tend to like latch on to coffee. Like I've noticed that a lot. And it is quite normal. You know, you replace one vice with another vice that's just a little bit less, a little bit, you know, it's just a better vice. Because they do that is like advice. Doctors will always try and tell you not to replace an addiction with an addiction, but it is like it is easier, you know. So that's why people do it. You know, it's just easier. You know, go from alcohol to coffee. It's easier than going from alcohol to nothing.
で成績優秀貧困法制
Oh, I want to just not watch now. I got such a bad feeling. And I also really fancy like a tikka masala. I know that's completely irrelevant. I might have to write that down. I'll write that down. I really fancy it. One of my wife's homemade tikka masala. Let me write that down. There ain't no way she's making one because we're going away. At the time of recording this video, so I'm recording this video, if you guys want to timestamp it, on the, let me write down, tikka masala. Tikka masala. Nice. I'm recording this video on the 7th of December. So this video will actually be coming out an entire week later, the 14th of December. And the reason for that is because I'm going on holiday. So I have to record the videos in advance. I'll also be recording tomorrow's videos as well today. Just so you guys know.
でもね、僕には自信があるよ。ローゼマリーがどんなに大きくなっても、あの子だってすぐにわかる。
It's not Johan in those pictures. I am shocked. Ready? Let me do my shocked face. Oh my god, it wasn't Johan! Oh, that's crazy!
成長してヨハンの顔になるとは思えない。
Maybe he had surgery.
はい、こちらが出生
Are
証
these,
明
are
書で
these
す。
fake parents?
ああ、どうも。ヨハン・ヴィルヘルム・リーベルト。1976年2月9日生まれ。
Shit, that's when I was born.
確かにこの町で生まれた。何の変哲もない。
I don't trust this guy. This guy is dangerous.
ペレツさん。何度言ったらわかるんですか。この役場は禁煙です。
そう固いこと言わないで灰皿くれよ。
ダメです。4年前にここは火事になったでしょ。書類が全部焼けて大変なことになったでしょ。
その時に書類を作り直したんですか。
個人申請で作り直したんですけど、こんな小さな町ですから、それでも十分元通りになりましたが。
Man, well, that was lucky. How fucking lucky could you get? How lucky could you get?
いや、よく来てくれたね、ドクター・ギーレン。
Hey!
お久しぶりです。ライヒワイン先生。
Hey! And the connection to Tenma gets stronger. We like this guy. He saved Tenma's ass back in the day.
ドクター・テンマは君のところに現れてヨハンという男を探していると。
はい。彼の話には何の根拠もありませんでした。ただもしこの人物が私が研究していたあの連続殺人犯ペーター・ユルゲンスをそそのかした友人であったとしたら、一連の事件すべてに突破口が見出せます。
頼むよ、ドクター・ギーレン。
はい。大至急ユルゲンスの面会の許可を取ります。彼にこの写真を見せて、その反応次第ではドクター・テンマの無実が証明できるんです。
Don't this all seem too convenient? Anyone else got the heebie-jeebies right now? This is all too fucking easy. This is monster. This is monster. This anime has not been like this. Oh man, I'm so on edge. I'm so on edge. I hate this episode. I hate this episode. I'm so on edge, man. I'm so uncomfortable. So Johan forged the paperwork after the fire happened, making it look like he'd been here this whole time, or maybe just like submitted his own paperwork. 1976 to 1978. So
死んでた
he died when he was young.
ブルンタールで生まれた本物のヨハン・リーベルトは2歳の時に。
つまりリーベルト夫妻は死んだ息子の身代わりを役場の記録が消失したのに乗じてさも生きているように申請し直したということか。
おそらく。
それじゃあ
Why would they do that?
今存在するヨハン・リーベルトという人物は
Yeah.
一体誰なんだ。
Why would they do that though?
とにかくだ。さっき話したようにヨハンの写真をドクター・ギーレに渡した。そこから答えが出ることを期待しようじゃないか。
I'm suspicious of this guy, but
どうだい、飯でも。
いや、
I am suspicious of this guy, but he seems to be chill. You know, he seems to be like a nice guy. I don't know. It's just something about him rattles me a little bit. But he seems fine. Why is it that I don't trust him? I just got trust issues. Man, Attack on Titan fucked me up. First anime I ever watched just fucked me up forever.
ちょっと私
I don't trust
戻らない
nobody.
と。
なんだい、一日中走り回ってまだ仕事かね。
いえ、電話がかかってくるかもしれないんです。もしかしたら娘と会えるかもしれないんです。
おう、
大丈夫ですよ。大切なのは前に進むことでしょ。
よし、君は完全に立ち直った。
No one ever makes a full recovery. And no psychiatrist would ever say that. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Again, I'm not a
はい、
psychiatrist.
もしもし。
お父さん、私
ローゼマリー。ああ、元気だ。うん。ああ、会えるとも。いつでも会えるよ。
リヒャルトさん。
I paused at the wrong time. I paused at the wrong time. Johan's at his door! Holy moly! That was a really bad pause on my part. I wanted to pause just to say, do you reckon the mother never actually asked the daughter and she lied? I'll ask her if she wants to meet with you. Oh, she said she didn't want to meet with you. Do you reckon it was like that? You know? I reckon it was like that. You know? Oh, my parents said I can't come out tonight. I'll ask them. No, they still said I can't come out. It's some situation like that, right? That's what I reckon happened. But then when she saw that Richard had made this recovery, that is when she was like, all right, now I'm fine with actually asking her. And then, of course, she immediately called. Or maybe she went behind her mother's back and called? One or the other.
会えるとも。いつでも会えるよ。
リヒャルトさん、ヨハンです。
Johan, you motherfucker. If you do anything, I'm gonna hate you forever.
この青年なんだがね、
There'll be no
ユルゲンス
redemption after this.
見覚えないかい。
There'll be zero fucking redemption.
どこかで会ったことないかな。
I mean it. None.
知らないな。
You're lying. Fuck
君の
you.
友人ヨハンは君に手紙をくれるだけで面識はなかったと言っていたね。だけどヨハンは君のことをよく
I
知って
love how
い
this
た。
guy is based on that famous serial killer, and you can literally tell it. He looks so much
ボー
like
ルペ
him.
ン貸してくれないか。
悪いが君に物を渡すのは禁じられているんだ。
ボールペンを。
Oh, in that case, you should definitely give it to him. Why not give this giant, monstrous murderer?
公園だ。
え？
公園だ。人を殺した翌日、もうやめよう。もうこれっきりにしよう。そう思いながら公園に行った。子供をいっぱい連れていた。
ちょっと待ってくれ。テープを回すの忘れていた。もう一度最初から。
君もおいでよ。
え？
君もおいでよ。君もおいでよ。君もおいでよ。君もおいでよ。君も。
second he handed him that pen, I knew that was going to happen. Literally, I knew one of them was not leaving that room. I would have put more money on him killing the other guy, to be honest, not himself. It's too easy. Like I said, it's too easy. It's too convenient. We can do this. We can free Tenma. This proves Tenma's innocence. Oh, cool. Johan is clearly guilty. Look at this case I'm building against him. It's too fucking easy. It's too easy. Shit's about to hit the fan. It already has started.
シューバルトさんのところでお会いしましたね。ヨハン・リーベルトです。何度もお電話したんですが、いらっしゃらなかったので、直接伺いました。
You need to be calm here, Richard. You need to be calm here. Also, so Johan had dark hair back then?
はい。いや、ドクター・ギーレンか。どうだったね。ユルゲンスに写真を見せた結果は。
Well, then I handed him a pen and he killed himself. I thought it was a good idea to hand him a pen.
死んだ？
はい、病院で今しがた。今、警察の事情聴取で私も動けません。私が不注意にもボールペンを渡してしまったがために、重要な証人がこんなことに。ただ、ライヒワイン先生、彼の自殺は明らかにヨハンの写真に反応したためです。事情聴取が終わり次第、私もそちらに駆けつけますので。
わかった。すぐリヒャルトに連絡する。
I hate this episode so much!
大学のレポート。
Oh, they're at bar.
1989年に国連で
Johan's gonna use his manipulation
子供の
shit.
権利条約の研究をしていました。
Just when he's about to get... I don't
お
want
酒
to...
はいかがですか、リヒャルトさん。
I really don't...
私は結構。
I really don't want to watch.
お酒やめられたんで
I
す、
really don't want to watch.
そうですよね。お酒に酔った勢いで例の少年を処刑したんですからね。違いますか？
ああ、酒の上とはいえ許されないことをしてしまったよ。
僕がお聞きしたいのはそれに関することです。あなたが撃ち殺した少年シュテファン・ヨース17歳、彼はどんな罪を犯したんですか？
少年か。あんな悪魔のような犯罪を17歳の少年が犯した。レイプ殺人9件、殺人未遂2件。
それで処刑した。
処刑じゃない。
あ、失礼。ところで子どもの権利条約40条では、法律に基づき有罪が立証されるまでは無罪と推定されるとあるのはご存知ですよね。
ああ、知ってるよ。私は少年館にいたこともある。
なるほど。
It's interesting. Also, by the way, the fact that he's just saying Article 37, Article this, that's not really how it works. It's a bit, it's not really how it works. So for starters, you would need to state the there's books, but then the books are released annually, and then there's provisions under the articles and sections as well. So you'd never say article blank. That's not how you'd say it. You would talk about the section, the article, the subsection. Everything's more specific than that. And he wasn't specific in what he's talking about. Anyway, whatever. I don't really want to go into it because it's just going to kind of ruin it a little bit. But this makes no sense. This isn't how you would say it. And you also wouldn't say a child. You'd have to specify. I'd probably say minor, but maybe it's just a subtitle thing. Anyway, the reason I'm literally just speaking shit here is because I hate this. I'm so uncomfortable. They're at a bar. Johan's probing him. He's clearly trying to get him to drink. There ain't no way Richard's leaving this bar without having a drink. I bet I put money on it.
では37条。
Man, if I put money on
18
stuff
歳
in
未
Zambia,
満
I'd
の
be
者が
broke.
犯した犯罪に対して死刑及び釈放の可能性がない終身刑を課してはならないというのは、
条約のほとんどはこの国では成人も子供も関係なく当然認められた基本的な人権だ。私が彼を撃ったのは処刑なんかじゃない。酒によっての過ちだ。私は取り返しのつかないことをしてしまったと思ってる。社会的な制裁もこうして受けて。
まあまあ、ちょっと待ってください。僕は大学のレポートを書くためにあなたにお会いしたかったんです。気分を損ねられたのなら謝ります。気分転換に少し歩きませんか？このウイスキーください。夜風がまだまだ冷えますからね。
ああ、ドクター・ギーレン。リヒャルトはまだ捕まらんのだ。娘と会えるかもしれないと言っていたが、まさかこんな夜更けに会っているとは思えんし。
とにかく行動は慎重にと捕まり次第伝えてください。今私はそちらに向かっています。
I hate this episode so
ステ
much!
ファン・ヨースの経歴知ってますか？
確か
You know what's so weird is I'm more worried about Richard either being framed for having a drink or having a drink than I am actually worried for him dying, which is insane. It's insane, but that's true.
もっと知る必要があります。
I just don't want his relationship with his daughter to be fucked
そ
up.
れが彼を語る上でも重要なポイントなんです。彼のいた施設、それはひどいところでした。彼は実にいい子でした。でもあの施設で彼がどんなひどい目にあったか、そこで彼の精神がどんな風に切り刻まれていったか。
I should also point out one thing, by the way, because when I'm talking about conventions in other, like, what I should talk about is one, this is a much older, like, rule of law. Okay, so when Johan is talking about the rule of law and, like, the sections and subsections and articles and all this sort of thing, obviously there's going to be no rolling precedents or amendments or anything, you know, updated on top of that, because it's based, like, what, 40 fucking years ago is when this anime is based. So in that regard, it's going to be completely different. It's also in a completely different country. So what I'm saying is my knowledge of modern British law. So I could be completely wrong in a lot of what I'm saying. So, like, I'm happy to say everything I said could be totally wrong. Just so you guys know.
子どもの権利条約第6条生命への権利生存発達の確保第8条アイデンティティの保全第19条虐待からの保護いやそんなものを挙げるのも虚しい悪夢のような場所だったんですよ。
One thing I'd like to point out that is very realistic here is if you spoke to most law students, this is actually the knowledge that they would possess. As someone who was a law student, when you go into exams, you memorize case law. I memorized about 15 to 20 full pages of A4 case law and stats. And the way my memory works is I remember, so how my brain worked when I was like studying for my exams was I would write out everything. Or I'd go through like the exams, like topics and points, and I'd write out everything. I'd write out like the case law and then the statutes. A statute is just like so I don't, if you don't care about this, just skip part back to the anime. But there's statutory law and then there's case law. So case law is law that is established simply by cases and is usually put through the courts. So this is law that would be put in maybe by precedent, which precedent is how do I explain this? So, if I went out and took a dump on a lawn, there may be no cases where someone's done that before, so that would establish precedent in the ruling of what would result in my crime, you know? And that's precedent. So when someone says precedent, what they mean is, has this ever happened before? And when it happened, what was the judgment? If it's never happened before, then you establish new precedent. You know, that's what that means. So statutory law is law that is implemented by the government. It is statute-based law, which is what he's talking about now, which is these conventions and articles that the government themselves have implemented. Governments have statute law all over. You have case law, which is law that judges create, you know, which is crazy and that's why you have like the separation of powers, where you got the judicial system and the statutory system, you got the government and like the courts. And the courts create their own law through establishing precedent, and statutes and governments create their own law through establishing conventions and articles and statutory documents. And that's what it's all done. But when I had to learn all this, I literally would learn the case law because it's easier that way, and then I'd learn the statutes and the years. So, and then that way, when it came to revising, I would literally read over and over and over again these books. And then I would close the book, close my eyes, and would imagine the pages. So I'd literally imagine myself opening the book, and I'd go, right, what was the first case law? Roe v. Bob, 1993. And then I'd go, that case was about this. And I'd imagine the paragraph below it, and then I'd imagine what would be at the end of the paragraph. And okay, at the end of the paragraph, after what that case is about, is Jimmy versus Jimmy. And I'd be like, okay, Jimmy versus Jimmy, and then that would trigger in my head, and I'd go, okay, Jimmy versus Jimmy was about this. And I'd imagine the pages. And then when I'd come over here, I'd always remember what it looked like the layout and what was at the top. So I just remember the pages. So then when I went into the exams, I would just sit down in the exam, and I'd go, this exam was about this. This was this page of my book, and I'd go, okay, So first to answer this, I need to establish this, I need to establish this, and I just go down. And that's how I like passed my law degree. That's literally it. This was a long ramble. But the reason I mentioned all of this is because if you spoke to other law students, they had the same kind of knowledge, which is why I'm saying the way Johan is talking, very realistic. If you went to any law school and spoke to them, this is the kind of knowledge they'd have in their heads. Now I don't have any of that, but back then I did. That's why I wanted to point out how realistic it was with Johan here.
さっきお宅で電話されてたのは娘さんですか？会われるんですか？明日あたり。
何なんだ？お前の目的は？
Richard,
大学のレポートを書くことです。
I think you're getting,
そうじゃない。
I think you're getting iced
お前が
here,
今
man.
シューバルトのところにいる目的だ。お前は誰なんだ？
Oh no. Oh no, it's a water tower, people. We know how much Johan loves his water towers.
あなたはお酒に酔って少年を撃ったと言いましたね。
その前に私の質問に答えろ。
あの日、確かにあなたは少
He's
年
not
を
holding the
殺した
whiskey
後、
anymore.
バーで飲んでいる姿を目撃されている。でもおかしいんですよね。僕の調べたところだと、少年を殺害する前にあなたが飲んでいる姿を見かけた人が一人もいないんですよ。あなた、少年を撃った時、飲んでいなかったんじゃないですか？シラフだった。冷静だった。彼を処刑しようと思って冷静に引き金を引いた。違いますか？
違う。
なぜ忘れようとするんですか？それとも嘘をついているんですか？その嘘は他人に対してですか？それとも自分に対してですか？あの少年の罪は確定していましたか？あなたに彼を処刑する権利はありますか？嘘をつけばあなたの罪がなくなると思いますか？
This is crazy, by the way, but I also want to point out, are we still forgetting this guy was actually aiming a gun at him? I feel like that is always like just ignored. Literally. The way everyone talks about it is you executed this guy, you killed this guy, you killed this young person. But he was gonna fucking kill him! I don't understand. Why does no one ever bring that up?
なんて重い罪なんだ。そんな重い罪を犯した人間が立派に立ち直ったような顔をして娘さんに会うんですか？どうです？飲みませんか？
Did Johan just smile?
ギーレン、ドクター・ギーレンか？
警察です。あなたの患者のリヒャルト・ブラウンが死にました。
はっ。
Fuck this, man. Fuck this. Come on. Not happy, not happy, not happy, man, not happy. Not happy. What happened? What happened? How did he die? Do you think he attacked Johan? Do you think he took his own life? Did someone else kill him? I knew it was coming. I knew something was coming. I had these images in my head of like him being framed, that he's like had a drink, like the daughter come around his house, he's like on the floor and it's like, oh, you haven't changed, you know, or him having a drink and the same scenario happens, or him dying, or his daughter being in danger, or just something. And I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. If it was any other anime, there would be the possibility of maybe a reconciliation between him and his daughter, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. And yeah, I'm still angry. I knew I was going to be angry. This whole reaction I've been saying I'm going to be angry. You know? Fuck's sake. Damn it. I just really She called him. I would have really liked to have been proved wrong. It would have been really good. What now? What the fuck happens now? What was Johan's plan? Is the next episode gonna like flash back and show what happened to Richard, or is that it? We just done with Richard. We just got to work out what happened. Fuck. Damn it, man. I really wanted. Damn it. I don't know what happens now. Is Dr. Gillen gonna like pick up the investigation from Richard? Obviously, Dr. Gillen is chill. Like this episode has cemented that with the way he's like handled everything. Is Dr. Gillen the right one, or am I thinking the wrong one? Can't remember. He's like psychiatrist person. I think Dr. Gillen is the one that helped Tenma, right? Am I getting the two confused, like name wise? But you know what I mean. Is the psychiatrist gonna pick this up? Is he gonna take over? Is that what's gonna happen here? Because he's like seems to like there's loads of people who are now suspicious of Johan. Honestly, man, I'm just pissed. Just pissed. I'm just sad. Alright, I'm at my reaction there. I'm gonna go cry. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Have a great day. Man! Anyway, I love you wonderful people. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As if from me. We can all be depressed together. It's fine. We'll all get together, have a big cuddle. And as always, my friends, you right there will see me in the next video.